To me, there's something just so significant about work, how meaningful it is, how deep it can be, how connected it is to others. It's almost like a choice to participate. It's an engagement of life. It's a creation. It's a giving. It's an opportunity. It's a ton of things. Like it's just, I don't know. Maybe I love it too much. My name's Josh Rousseau. I've been attending Black Rock Church for 15 years. I'm a Christ follower and I'm a mechanic. So as a kid, I was more interested in bicycles and anything with wheels, and then anything with a motor. My dad brought home one time a little mini bike, with a gas engine on it, and I took the whole thing apart into every piece I could, take it apart to, and couldn't get me out of the basement, put it back together. And when it fired up, it just lit up something inside of me. I spent almost 20 years now working for Nissan. I remember telling all my friends and stuff, I'd be like, it's awesome. I would go and I would go for free if they didn't pay me. I don't think that's true anymore, but there was something just so drawing about it. It does continue to draw me in, and I think it's the evolution of the cars, the new technology, and the ecosystem that is maybe a car manufacturer. We have all these different people that are functioning together to try to make a functioning automobile for everybody. And there's something that I would deeply miss about that if I was to not be a mechanic anymore. It's a mixed bag of things, this whole job. It's all types of emotions. It's sweaty, it's dirty, it's greasy, but sometimes it's wonderful, and sometimes you're trying to figure out an issue and you finally get to the bottom of it, and it's awesome. Sometimes work's hard and you're not really interested in just going in day out, and it just feels the same over and over again. And it's hard to see the meaning behind it all. But I guess I remember, my dad, when he got to a point where he couldn't work anymore, mourned the loss of his work. But when he had his work, he had this a love-hate relationship with it, maybe. And he worked in a factory for his whole life, since he was 18. When I think about that, and I think that he probably wanted to do different things, but because he had 6 kids and mouths to feed, and not a lot of other skills outside of what he knew, he went to work every day. He put on these big boots and he made the life that my family had possible. I think there's a connection between knowing and feeling love and difficulty. And I think that what my dad did was difficult. And as a result, I feel that love because he chose to continue doing it, even though it's difficult. So at work, faith plays out in different ways. There's all these things that are contextual to my faith, which are all these teachings, all these ideas of who we could and should be. These spaces where we're sharing and doing something together with others. You got 15 guys running around, you got parts guys, you got all types of frustrations and problems to be dealing with every day. And I think that in that context is where our faith is actualized, where our faith is arguably most important. And so you're living in this context and having a level of responsibility over the guys that you're working with brings meaning to the interactions that I have each day. It brings opportunities to the interactions that I have each day. I remember I had a shop foreman one time, and in front of everybody he said, "You can never do my job." And I spent a lot of time angry at him. And so when I decided that this is not a person that I need to hate, but this is a person that I'm called to love, later in life that person promoted me to the position that he told me I could never do. When I'm willing to, and when I act the ways in which I feel happy that I did act those ways, I'm leaning into things, and I'm choosing to love people that maybe I wouldn't naturally, or maybe not necessarily love, but I'm choosing to show love to everybody. There's something about living the ideals that you feel, and there's all these different ideals like do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and love your enemies. And when I have chosen to do that, it was life-changing.